in the game.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
49,
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. That's complete to the tight end Sample. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Underneath! 56, right there, 56. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go!
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Banjo. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's coming this way. Here we go. Check 3. He's crashing.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. No score after 1 on EA. Sports.
Stephen Auschwitz down for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He's going to fire one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton looking for Green, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check alert. Check 3. Sound.
Now Allen. Flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Andy Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Check it back, check it back. Check 52. 368. Bravo.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Allen to throw it. That one complete to Yeldon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards, very sure hands for a running back. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On play action, Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He can't hang. Half 85, half 85. Let's go, let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the safety creep.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Check 50, check 50. Regular. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Trent Murphy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. At 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Coming to you. Coming to you. 58, right over there. Right over there.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
To throw here, Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, let's go.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. It looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We're good. We're good.
They'll run with Mixon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And not even back to the line of of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Bills' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. The toss play to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Dalton on third and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They will run with Singletary. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 24, check 24. Watch the shot. Check. Fresno.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now he'll pull it down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. Allen going to throw. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 31, check 31. Check 37, check 43. Shit. Watch the twist.
Middle.
Watch the twist. Hey, switch gears. Switch.
5 wide.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. On second down now, Singletary. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
That's another Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw. Allen. It's caught. Smith. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First down and golden goal.
19.
Check 56.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He's back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Hands up. 2 by 2. Move. Hands up.
Dalton wants to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Just like that. Just like that. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
All right, here's Dalton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First down, Cincinnati. That's the end of regulation.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
We got work.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Klein just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Haywood. 50. Here we go. Kill. Wide. Get wide.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie. 58, come on. I got you.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, and it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll run on first down with Singletary. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 11.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Singletary again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 27-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one.